thing in coding. So when you send the logical things, you're able to create logics. You're gonna be the best in coding. So with that being said, now let's hit to the point. So in today's video, we're going to just create this task, calculate the logic in JavaScript. What we'll be doing is just creating some function that will be serving to just all the for basic calculation operations, which is addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division. Now, let's get started. So the first thing, you need to create a new function. So we just use the function keyword as usual, and then we just give the function name. We just name it add, and then we just give it an argument, which is a and b, and then all we'll be returning. So we just return the sum of a and b. Return a plus b. And we're gonna do the same thing for all the rest. So I just prefer multiplying these codes into 4, and then I'll be replacing just the name. So we just name it minus, and then we just replace this with the minus sign, and then we just name this, maybe let's use it times, and it's gonna make a lot of sense. So, and we change the sign with times sign or multiplication sign, and then we say this one as divide, and then we change the sign to a slash, which is also the divide. So we're gonna just test all this and see if it works as we are expecting. First thing, we just want to do the console.log, and then we just log that in the terminal. So for example, we just want to log the times, and then we're gonna save the times, and then we just set it to, we just give two values, for example 2 and 4. I think now we are just fine, and it's time to just give it a try. So I'm gonna use this command, which is node, then the name of my file. So make sure that you have Node.js installed in your computer, and now you can see the result. We're gonna see the result. You see that the result was 8. I've just take 2 times 4. The result is 8 as well, and that is actually correct. And next, we're gonna test the add, if add is working. Now just wait to review a moment. We're expecting to get 6, and now we just got 6. So what I can just tell you for now is that everything is now ready. I think everything is now ready. Everything just working. So because the way we did one is the way we did all of them. So there is no way that one may not be working. If you just get 2 minus 4, the answer is -4, and that's recollect. And so this is the first step that every beginner developer should be able to do. But if I told you that there is another way to just make it this even more concise and make it simple. So think of something like this. So I'm going to show you a trick that you will be using. Using our function, this will make your function even more concise and still work the same. If I just simply delete this, and then we just also delete this, and then we just delete this return, and then we just remain with something like this. All we need to do is just add an equal sign like this. And then just remember to add the const, and then we just assign to our const, we just give it a name add, and then we just assign it to this our function. It's as simple as this. And now guys, everything will be working as we are expecting. So for example, let's try add here, use the add command as we have been doing, and you see that we're just gonna get the same result, which is 6. Now the result is still the same, and as you have seen guys, this appears to be more fast compared to the others. I'm not really sure for this, but maybe let's try this minus and see if it just, the performance I think is the same. There is no problem with the performance. They all perform the same, right? Okay. The next thing I want to show you is the method called encapsulation, which is the way of grouping things that are related together. So this means that we just want to group all this together in a single object using objects. So this is gonna be a pretty simple task. So first of all, I'd like to just delete all this, and then we just create a new object. We just name it calculate, And after naming calculators, so we need to just define our object, so defining all the methods. So the first method was add, and then this add to be assigned to an R function. The R function to be getting A and B, and then we're gonna just return the sum of A and B, A plus B. And then it's time to just define the next one. So I just like duplicating into 4, and then I just change the names. This is gonna be so first, and then I just change this to minus, and I just like making sure that they all rhyme together. So I just change this to divide, and also this one is, just name it times. Next, guys, so we just want to make sure they are aligned. So this is not really a rule you should just follow. So this is what I like. So if you just like the same thing, things which looks organized, so it's you. That's good. And now we just use minus here, and then here we just use divide, just a slash, and then just use times or multiply, and then we just use a star. And there is actually glad and this, but for the usage, things gonna change. So as I told you, because we just changed the method, so for the usage, we're gonna simply modify our code in this way. We just use calculator.add. This means that we're just accessing calculator from the add function. We're just accessing the add from calculator function. And now, here we go. Let's give it a try and see if you just get the result. Now see the result is still the same. We're just getting the perfect result as we were expecting. So if we just use times, the result are still perfect. The result is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. But guys, you may be telling me that we always need to be typing this word calculator, which makes our code even longer for this time. But I'm gonna share a trick that you're gonna use to just get rid of